So hello everyone, today we are going to discuss what is the meaning of demand and what is the definition of demand. So we all know in economics analysis and business decisions, the word demand is used in a very special context. So let us understand first what is the meaning of demand. So in our day-to-day life, demand usually means a desire or a want for something. However, in economics, every desire or want is not a demand. The term demand refers to the desire for the commodity backed by his ability and willingness to pay. Unless a person has an adequate purchasing power or resources and the preparedness to spend his resources, his desire for the commodity would not be considered as his demand. For example, if a man wants to buy a car, but he does not have the sufficient money to pay for, his want is not his demand for the car. So a want has three attributes, that is desire to buy, willingness to pay, and ability to pay will become an effective demand. Okay, so only an effective demand figures in economic analysis and business decisions. So by demand, we mean the various quantities of a given commodity or service which consumers would buy in one market in a given period of time at various places. So every word given in this particular definition has a very special meaning. So the characteristics of demand. So demand is an effective desire. So a desire for a commodity will become effective desire only when it is supported by the following three factors. The first is desire for the commodity and availability of the desired commodity. Second, the ability to pay for the desired commodity. And next is the willingness to spend for the desired commodity. The next characteristics is demand is always at a price. If we talk of demand without any reference to price, then it is meaningless. The consumer must know both the price and the commodity. He will then be able to tell the quantity demanded by him. And the third is demand is always per unit of time. The time may be a day, a week, a month, or a year. For example, suppose you want to purchase a mobile phone. It is only a desire. If you have a sufficient money to purchase the mobile phone and you are ready to spare this money to purchase it, then it is only a want. Now, if you say that you are ready to purchase the mobile phone, it cannot be regarded as demand because there is a lack of particular price and a particular time. But if you say that you are ready to purchase the phone today or any specific period of time you've mentioned it, and for rupees 10,000 it will become an effective demand. There is another example written in the slide that says, for instance, when the milk is selling at a rate of rupees 65 per liter, the demand for buyer is 10 liters a day. If we do not mention the period of time, nobody can guess as to how much milk we consume. It is possible, it is just possible that we may be consuming 10 liters of milk for a week, a month, or a year. So it is very important that desire, ability, willingness to pay, and what is the price of a particular commodity and when it will be purchased. So based on all these things, there are 6 essential elements of the demand. First, there must be a desire for a particular commodity. Next, the desired commodity must be available in the market. Next, the consumer must have sufficient money to purchase the commodity. Then the consumer must be ready to spare the money for the purchase of commodity. Next, the demand must be expressed at a particular price. And the last is demand must be expressed with reference to particular time. Moving further, let us know what is the meaning of demand function. So demand for a particular commodity is influenced by many factors. They together are known as what? Determinants of demand in technical economics language. And it is also stated as demand functions. So a demand function in mathematical form is the functional relationship between the demand for a particular product and what are its various determinants. Like here dx is the demand for x commodity, for example t, and is a function of, there are so many elements present here. So demand is a function of price of x commodity, then the price of the substitute of X commodity, then the price of the complementary goods of the X commodity, then what is the disposable income of the consumer, what are the taste and preferences of the customers, the advertisement of the X commodity, the wealth of the purchaser, what is the climate condition, what is the price expectation of the consumer, the population, what are the government policies pertaining to taxes and subsidies, and there are so many other factors which are unspecified and unidentified. Moving further, let us understand what is the importance of demand. So, objective of business firm may be different, but their basic business activity is the same. They produce, buy and sell goods and services that are in demand. The basis of all productive activities is demand. So demand forms the basis of all productive activity. Demand is one of the crucial requirements for the existence of any business enterprise. A firm is interested in its own profits and sales, both of which depends partially upon the demand for its product. So the next importance of demand is demand forms the core of almost all major decisions of a firm. The decision which management makes with respect to production, advertising, cost, allocation, pricing, inventory holding, etc. calls for an analysis of demand. While how much a firm can produce depends upon its capacity, how much a firm must endeavor to produce depends upon the demand of its product. If there is no demand for a product, then the production is unwarranted. So, if the demand falls short of production, one may have to balance between the two, and it has to create new demand through more advertisement and better advertisement. The more the likely future demand of its product, the more inventory the firm should hold. The greater the demand for the firm's product, the higher is the price it can charge, other thing remaining constant. The next is the price and output decisions that are guided by the interaction of market demand and supply. Supply is controlled by the firm. Demand is an external factor, so it is more difficult of the two to be managed and requires demand analysis. So these are the importance of demand. Moving further, so now what is the meaning of demand schedule and demand curve? So demand schedule is a tabular presentation of different prices of a commodity and its corresponding quantity demanded per unit of time. So we can say demand schedule is a table or chart which shows the relationship between price and demand of a commodity and service unit of time. In other words, it can be said that demand schedule establishes the functional relationship between the independent variable prices and dependent variable demand. The schedule of law of demand, we can see the individual demand schedule for shirt here. Here the price per shirt is given and what is the quantity demanded is given. So the demand schedule for an individual for a commodity is a list or the table of different amount of commodity that are purchased at different prices per unit of time. So price is important, time is important. So individual demand schedule for shirt is presented here. You can see now what is the demand curve. So demand curve is a graphical representation of the demand schedule. This curve shows the relationship between the price of a commodity and amount of that commodity the consumers wishes to purchase. Okay. Now we can see the graphical representation of demand schedule of the demand schedule of the shirts that has been referred earlier. The price is given on the y-axis and the quantity is given in the x-axis, and we can see the graph plotted over here of the individual. Now the individual demand curve for the shirt has been plotted over here. So that's all for today. Thank you so much.